Hey, what's up, guys? I'm gonna do my Resident Evil slash BioHazard uh, Strat Guide art book collection now. I'm going to start the games probably next week. I just want to get these out of the way. I got quite a few. Want to go ahead and knock it out. Some of the stuff I think you guys enjoy. Some of you probably say big deal, another Strat Guide, but I'll give it a shot anyway. First one I want to show is a BioHazard 4 soundtrack and book. It did come with the soundtrack on the back. Let's see right here. I don't think I've ever listened to it though. The soundtrack. The book does got some really cool pictures in it. I'll show a couple of them real quick. There's the chainsaw man genie. There's some other ones. There's Leon. There's Ada, favorite character. It's kind of a better picture over in here. Yeah, here it is. Cool pic right there, huh? But it's got some cool pictures. You can find this online pretty cheap. I think it's like 25 bucks. Next, I'll do all my oddball ones first. This is a Resident Evil Remake Strat Guide, Japanese Strat Guide. You can see how small it is compared to Strat Guides we get. I only paid like $7 for it. But it's got a lot of information crammed in here for such a small guide. In case you're wondering, these games are actually called Resident Evil Archives out here in the States. They weren't called that in Japan. It was just BioHazard. And next would be Resident Evil Director's Cut. This is actually the first Strat Guide I ever bought for the game. Being that it was the first Resident Evil game I ever played, I had a really hard time with it, so I had to buy the Strat Guide. And one thing that's cool about this is there's actually a chart that pulls out like this. It's actually the Resident Evil timeline. It's got the whole chart of when all the incident in Raccoon City happened, and of course there's the back of it too. It's actually pretty in-depth detailed. So it's pretty neat, I thought. I did sit down and read it once. Very, very in-depth. Cool, nonetheless. Now I can't get it, put it back in there, right? There it goes. Code Veronica X, Sealed Secrets Edition. I forgot what that was about. Not a hard game. You don't actually need the Strat Guide to beat the game. Resident Evil official Strat Guide. This is for the Resident Evil, the long box version, which I do have. I'll be showing it later. Maybe in the first video. It's got some really old pictures. There's a cool picture of the actual zombie. It's pretty neat. Just pictures from the game. Nothing major. Resident Evil Remake Guide. Cool picture of Jill. And Chris. Pretty common. Resident Evil 4 for the PlayStation 2. And Resident Evil 4 GameCube. And in case you're wondering what the difference is, man, I can't get this camera right. This PS2 version actually has the Ada Wong Separate Ways walkthrough, which I thought was pretty cool myself. There's actually one level on there in Separate Ways that isn't in the GameCube version of the game. That would be like a battleship type level. And of course, some other environments they're similar, but same environment but different location, maybe a different house or something like that. And next would be Resident Evil 5 hardback. Pretty cool. Not the best game in the series, but you know, I liked it. Shows you all the different costumes and different I guess what those toys were called. I can't remember what they were called. Shit, I can't remember. Capsule toys or something. Gives you the lowdown of all the different monsters. A lot of them are pretty much rip-offs from Resident Evil 4, I thought. But it does give you some advice on how to level up your weapons to deal with the various enemies and stuff like that. Overall, pretty slick. And Resident Evil 0. Not my favorite game in the series, but you know, it's not bad. It was the first Resident Evil game to introduce co-op. A lot of people think it's Resident Evil 5, which it isn't. This actually had, I don't know if I would call it co-op. You basically switch between characters in the game. So you were playing as two different characters at any given time. So I guess maybe co-op wasn't the right term to use. But it's actually this takes place before the original. It's the prequel to the original. Like I said, it's not the best in the series, but it's pretty decent. And next would be Resident Evil Archives. This is for the pretty hardcore Resident Evil fan. This Archives 2 has all the games from Resident Evil 4 all the way up to Dark Side Chronicles. So, yep, Dark Side Chronicles. Pretty sure I saw it in here. Yep, it's here. Dark Side Chronicles. So this is every character, every weapon, every monster, all the collectibles in the games, where to find them, all that stuff. And the last but not least is my favorite Resident Evil Archives 1. Very, very hard to find, very rare, worth a lot of money if you can find it. And this takes place from the original Resident Evil 0 all the way up to Code Veronica. And you can see it's pretty in depth, all the games. One thing I did want to point out is it has a little section on Resident Evil 1.5. And for those of you who don't know, Resident Evil 1.5 was the original sequel to the original, but they shit-canned it. And we got Resident Evil 2 instead, which was a good thing. But in this book, it actually has, they didn't plan on using Claire in the game. They planned on using Leon, and there was a female biker chick that they didn't use. So this kind of gives you a lowdown on, you know, the characters and all that stuff. Very hard to find. If you do see it, pick it up. And that's it, guys. If you got any questions, just post them below on the Strat Guides art books. If you want to know where you can find them or how much you should pay, how much you shouldn't pay for them. Just shoot me an email or a comment below and I'll let you know. And I'm working on the videos for the games right now as we speak. I should have something out this weekend. And I hope you guys like it, like the video, and I'm enjoying doing them. So I'll see you guys later.